Hello everyone, Tommy Girl here with you once again for another episode of Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. In the last episode, we arrived here on Tatooine and talked to the Zerk Corporation and did a few other things. Had some chats, and went to an alternate reality where I don't mess up game files. But in this episode, we are squared away, ready to go. No technical difficulties of any sort. Now, I want to actually change my party, because I really don't. We have a fight coming up here, and I really don't want to have Bastila and Mission. So, especially Mission. Get out of here, Mission. Let's do Juhani and... How about... Carth. We haven't had Carth in our party in a while. We're gonna have 2 soldiers and me. Let's level those suckers up. Hello. I can't do your wish. Alright, I amuse myself far too easily. This is a problem. But, oh, I can't get heal yet on Juhani. But, sure, we'll get Force Whirlwind. That sounds like a good plan. Attributes. I want some more strength on Juhani here. So we'll head in that direction. Alright, feats. Oh, 2-weapon fighting. Yes, please. We want that all the way up. Next level of heal. Also very good. Juhani, you are ready to go. What about you, Carthy Poo? Yes, for some reason, that name just suits him to me. It just does. Let's see. Probably could use more strength. He could probably go... ranged as well. But, you know... Because I'm going to be switching to not ranged anymore, so he could be, like, sort of a ranged... But you know what? I'm going to stick with the strength for him, actually. We're going to do more of a soldier frontline sword to get... Alright, we are ready. I'm getting a sense that Lord Malak was most displeased. I'm just getting that overall sense. I don't know where it comes from.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Terrace alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Oh my gosh, I love the voice acting of it. Lord Malak was most displeased. Oh my gosh, I just love that. I wanted a hint that I knew it was going to be said, but I didn't want to give too much away because I couldn't have said it better myself. Pajama Dark Jedi, man. All right, let's do the horror. All right, good. Oh look, we got them all. We got all but one. It looks like. All right, let's Juhani, you do you have Force Knight speed, and Carth, you can just run up and hit things. You come up in flurry.
What is it?
Alright, Juhani. Come up in flurry. Do we have... Oh, you don't have flurry yet. Well, it's sad for you. Put you in stasis. Why is it... Look at, he's glowing, but it didn't work on him. Why is this guy not able to do anything right?
What?
Alright. I wanna... Oh, poor Carth is in a whirlwind. No. I wanna hit these other guys. Oh! Ow! Actually, that didn't actually hurt that much, so never mind. I was just kidding. Never mind about the ow. Alright, let's use horror again. Oh, let's disengage first. Look at Carth! Look at him! He's like flying in the air! I love it. Alright. That means he's using power attack. I would assume. Horror. There we go. This was an easy fight.
How'd you like that? What a Jedi can do.
Whoa, the Jawas, look at the sneaky Jawas! What is that guy doing here? What are they all doing? What's up, guys? They're cheering? I don't know, they wanted to come by and watch the fight or something. Alright, we got some things. Awesome. Great. A data pad? Let's check that out. Alright, new items, quest items. Data pad contains detailed descriptions of you and Bastila. Oh. Whoever can find and dispose of her and her Jedi companion will be greatly rewarded by Lord Malak himself, because he is most displeased. Okay, it didn't actually say because he is most displeased at the end, but I imagine that's what it should say. Alright, well, he's hunting us down, and they know what we look like because we've been so subtle this whole time. Yes, clearly. Alright, we can change our party now. Change it back now that the fighting is over. Goodbye, Carthy Poo and Juhani. We'll go back to Mission and Bastila because we're doing things related to them. This is a door we can't go into. Why do you lie to me, Mr. Door? Why? Alright, so, Bastila's mother is in the cantina, so that's where we're going to go. I think it's here, yes. Hello, Anchorhead Cantina. Oh, they probably don't do that song in here. Nope. I feel like this would be the place to do it. This is on Tatooine. I guess we got some jazzy songs going. I guess it'll do. Alright. Hello, Helena. That is, I think it says in the description that that's Bastila's mother's name. Yes. Her name is Helena. And she's last spotted. There's actually a cutscene that I didn't get to show you guys where somebody does explain where she is in case you have a hard time finding her, but it's no big deal. You can find her.
Yes? I'm sorry, do I know you?
I am here, Mother, but don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way?
Only if she deserved it.
I see Bastila seeks out friends that are as selfish as she is. This is how you treat a dying woman?
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for Krayt dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a Krayt dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Oh, don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
Wow, that was a lot of dialogue without us being able to say something. But, yes, the Bastila's father would go off and leave her alone with her mother, which does sound like torture. Bastila, you're such an ice queen. Alright, let's see, don't you want to find your father's remains, Bastila?
What remains would there be? Krayt dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron. An ignoble end to a fine man.
What about your mother's sickness?
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
Well, Bastila, that went well, didn't it?
How can I help?
Do you want to talk?
About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it
She's
difficult to
standing
remain
right there.
objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing.
I love having this conversation when her mother's standing right there. Shh, don't listen. Just walk. Just go sit in the corner, okay? She certainly seemed to upset you.
I told you that my mother and I never got along. Obviously, that has not changed. And now Father is dead. That leaves a hurt inside you just can't imagine. I haven't seen him in so long. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going.
Alright. You sure?
How can I help?
Are you sure?
About my mother?
Oh, see, you can have the same conversation again, which is weird.
Then I
Alright, anyway. By the way, Mission, how you feeling about
Hey
all
there.
this? How about your brother?
Talk? What is there to talk about? Those sand people took my brother prisoner. Griff may be a slime, but we have to go rescue him. We can't just leave him with those monsters.
Don't worry, Mission. We'll get him back.
I knew I could count on you. There's definite fringe benefits to being friends with a Jedi.
Yeah, I guess. I guess I'll get him back if I feel like it. Alright. So now it's time for that special time where we get to get our last party member. Are you guys stoked? I'm stoked. I'm ready. Yay! And he is 20
Hey,
20 kinds of
Bastila.
awesome.
You ever use the Force just for fun? You know, a little jolt to the Force to trip up some jerk who's ticking you off?
I would never use the Force for such petty and trivial revenge. The mere thought of it's preposterous.
Aw, come on. There's gotta be times when you've thought about it. Don't be so stuck up. You can tell me.
I am not stuck up.
You
I
kinda
merely
are,
have the
Bastila.
years of training to give me the wisdom and understanding to see how childish such an act would be.
Childish? Is that a crack about my age? You ain't much older than me, Miss High and Mighty. Just 'cause you're some Jedi doesn't mean you can be a prissy little... What the... Hey, that wasn't funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mission. Come now, we have to get going. Please, do try to be less clumsy in the future.
I love that cutscene. That was part of the reason I wanted to have Mission and Bastila in a party together, because that cutscene is hilarious between them. Alright, so now that we've done that, I'm gonna take... It doesn't really matter, actually. I guess you guys can come with me. I guess. Into the droid shop. Alright.
Uudesta sieltä, uutta keltiis, kolotusta.
What do you have in your shop?
Vapuilta, kolotusti vanhemmuut, pitkälti rimot, tustetaan kelpaa, hoisidan kelpaa. Tuntusta vanhemmuut kelpaa, hoisidan kelpaa, vadiinukan kelpaa.
Oh, sand people dialect. That would be really handy since, we have to go deal with sand people. So, let's ask a few questions about this droid.
Vapuilta, kolotusti vanhemmuut, pitkälti rimot.
Alright, what functions have you tested?
Tustetaan kelpaa, hoisidan kelpaa.
Protocol and translation skills.
Tuntusta vanhemmuut kelpaa, hoisi. Uudesta sieltä, uutta keltiis, kolotusta. Vapuilta, kolotusti vanhemmuut, pitkälti rimot.
2 moisture farmers have been in, but it just stood there. Interesting. You don't seem to know much about it.
Uudesta sieltä, uutta keltiis, kolotusta.
Basilisks were always much more reliable than the stuff you see in the Republic or Sith Empire.
Ja puhdas, uutta keltiis, uudesta sieltä.
Alright, well, first, let's go back to my other questions.
Vapuilta,
What do you have in stock besides droids?
uudesta sieltä, uutta keltiis, kolotusta.
Yeah, show me what you have.
Abuela.
Alright. I want to sell some things. I usually like to do it Yavin, but it's alright. I can sell a few things here and there and everywhere. Sell. We don't need that. Alright. We're doing pretty well. I want to buy, there's also something I want to buy. I think it's droid heavy type 2. Yes, that is really good armor. We're going to need it in a little while. Well, not need, but we're going to want it. And I want to make sure I have at least 2,500 credits, which I do. So we are good to go. Alright, let's go talk to HK-47 here. Hello.
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser.
Hello.
I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional SciTech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query. Would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership.
You mentioned battle and protocol. Outline your functions.
Refusal. It is not desirable for me to reveal core functions while still in the possession of Yukalaka, prospective purchaser. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat.
Sounds pretty useful. Why are you keeping information to yourself?
Explanation. I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or make inquiries into my history. Neither outcome is beneficial to me.
Okay. Well, how do I know you'll be loyal once the restraining bolt is removed?
Assurance. I am fully autonomous, but lack resources. I will grant loyal service in exchange for proper maintenance. As well, it is rare that I am able to utilize my full array of abilities. You seem likely to give me the opportunity to do so.
Why would you assume that?
Extrapolation. You are no farmer or diplomat. You are armed and comfortable as such. We will mesh well.
I like where this is going. Alright. I'll see about purchasing you.
Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining.
Does Yukalaka know you talk about him like this?
Statement. I wish only to be purchased, and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you, should you purchase me, please.
Well, he wouldn't talk to the moisture farmers, but he sure would talk to us, probably because we are awesome. Yes, HK-47, you have excellent taste, good sir. Excellent taste. Alright, hello, Yukalaka.
Abuela. Color luz Ivan Rebut. Ikel Irimo.
Alright, I'm gonna skip past this and get, it's just all this.
Basilisks
These
were
are all the same dialogue. Okay, I'm interested. Let's talk price.
Abuela. Color luz Ivan Rebut. Ikel Irimo.
5,000 credits. Ha! 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 Could I convince you to lower the price a bit?
Bundas. Uftakel Griff. Bundas da Shelfa.
4,000. Well, that was quick. Desperate to sell?
Abuela. Color luz Ivan Rebut. Ikel Irimo.
Perhaps I can convince you to go lower.
Bundas. Uftakel Griff. Bundas da Shelfa.
Now, there are quite a number of options. Most of these work, from what I can see. But I persuade and possibly the force persuade make it so he doesn't hate you. If you say drop the price or I'll see you dead, He'll lower the price, but he won't let you back in the shop. We're gonna try force persuade, though. You will lower your prices. I deserve it.
The Jedi Council wouldn't approve, but they always were a little stodgy about using the Force on people. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Alright, I've tried everything possible to get that price lower than 2,500 credits. I've even tried once I did this, say, drop your price or see you dead. He doesn't go lower than 2,500, so I'm gonna pay it. Alright, thanks, goodbye. Alright, and he doesn't get nearly excited if you threaten him and he gives you that lower price. And he's saying, oh, I lost money. But yet, if you're nice to him and you get that price, he's like, oh, you're awesome, thank you.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master.
I sure have.
I find this a satisfactory arrangement.
As you should.
My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you?
Kill something for me?
Answer. Indeed. I am most eager to engage in some unadulterated violence. At your command, of course, Master.
Alright, well, travel with me now.
Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
Alright, awesome. So we can have HK-47 in our party, so let's do that right now. Yes. Of course, he's no longer right there. And there he is. Say hello to our awesome addition to our evil party, who is delightfully dark-sided. These are his current stats. He has a lot in strength, which actually is not that useful unless he's doing like hand-to-hand combat. You can't equip him with like swords and stuff, which is kind of a disappointment in some areas. Especially since, you know, that strength doesn't really go to much use. But he's a really good range person, and the more you talk to him, the better he gets. And we can't equip the heavy stuff yet, but we should be able to soon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a conversation with HK here, and then we're going to level him up. And actually, that should be it for this episode, so let's do that.
HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
I would like to know more about your functionality, please.
Statement. I know some elements of my functionality, Master, but not all.
I thought you said that removing your restraining bolt would restore your memory.
Qualification. I suspected that it might, Master, but without memory, I had no way of knowing whether or not I knew that was true.
So, you lied to me.
Qualification. Not so much, Master. I spoke out of ignorance. I assumed the Ithorian was responsible for my memory loss. That does not mean I am not a fully loyal droid willing to serve its master. Right, Master?
Alright, tell me what you can then.
Observation. I am sure you are aware of the majority of my skills, Master. I can handle various sorts of heavy weaponry with ease. My physical abilities are well above those of your average meatbag, as are my sensor functions. An assassin, if you would.
An assassin?
Caution, shh, Master. Such a function in a droid is highly illegal.
Alright, I won't tell anyone.
Commentary. Good, for I would truly hate to be turned into spare scrap, Master. That would be a waste of my genius engineering. Answer. My assassination functions are currently non-functional, having been deactivated by the meatbag Yukalaka on Tatooine. Were they functional, you as my master would be able to specify a target, and I would operate independently to the best of my ability to terminate it.
Oh, heck yeah, that'd be awesome. Is there any way to reactivate that function?
Answer. Not that I know of, Master. I still possess all my normal combat and stealth abilities, however.
Is there any way to repair you?
Answer. Some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however.
So I can restore your memory?
Answer. You may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, would still be unadvisable to tamper with. Conjecture. It is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so.
Alright, well... So how do I go about restoring part of your memory?
Answer. Simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master, and I will attempt to walk you through it. Please do be careful.
Alright, so I've tested it at this part before, and it seems we're only able to do one round, even if I, equip various things, etc., etc. So we're gonna do this first round, and then, that's all the repairing we're gonna be able to do for now. So, I would like to try.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude.
So this is why we've been putting points in repairing, because you get memories back, but it's not just plot-related things. You get stats for doing this, and it makes HK better. So, alright, let's get started.
Statement. As you wish, Master.
Right, skip this.
And now rewire the last
Hooray!
3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have restored a great deal of information about my previous owner, Master. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, let me hear it.
Recitation. The earliest memory of my last owner specifies that he was human, a low-ranking commercial officer for SciTech Corporation. I am unaware of his designation. He purchased me from an acquaintance I cannot identify for the purposes of protocol and bodyguard duties.
You can't identify his acquaintance?
Explanation. That previous owner is part of memories that are still deleted, Master. It is customary for droids' memories to be wiped when it is sold.
Is this man still alive?
Answer. Negative, Master. The human was terminated by this HK-47 unit prior to system shutdown.
You killed your own master?
Affirmative, Master. Though I had not been programmed to do so. The human's termination was accidental. Explanation. My former master had owned me for a duration of 2 standard months before discovering my assassination protocol. He was pleased by the discovery. The human informed me that a competitor corporation was preparing to market a product that would ruin him personally. He was most agitated. He activated my assassination protocol and instructed me to kill all those responsible for the competing product. I proceeded to carry out my order.
Alright, well... And how did that result in his death?
My former master was unaware of this, but the competitor was in fact an arm of SciTech Corporation, my master's own employer. It did not take long for my master to realize his mistake. By then, I had already terminated 104 corporate officers.
You killed 104 people?
Statement. It was nothing really, Master. The majority of them were not even expecting it, and I moved very quickly. I do not know why my master was so upset, really. He was an officer of SciTech and a potential target, but I cannot terminate my own master. I would assume that being the sole officer remaining, he would surely be promoted. Instead, however, the human chose to go insane with rage and attack me.
And that's when you killed him.
Objection? Naturally not, Master. As I said, I am incapable of purposefully terminating my owner. That would not be allowed. My master was not a smart man, however. While he was screaming and stabbing me with a writing utensil, he managed to pierce one of my actuators. The resulting shock terminated him and sadly destroyed my assassination protocol. Pure luck on his part, I suspect.
Well, it was his own fault.
Statement. I was only doing as I was told, Master. I would have told the human the proper codes to deactivate my protocol, had he asked. I shut down immediately whenever my master dies. I can only assume that while I was shut down, SciTech was dismantled and I was auctioned off as former corporate property. Observation. No doubt my sale price was quite cheap, leading to Yukalaka's purchase. How very demeaning.
How very demeaning. Alright, well, I'm just glad I acquired you myself.
Observation. So am I, Master. Though I apologize for not having an assassination mode to offer you.
Alright. Did you recover any other memories?
I have recovered knowledge of some other actuators which will enhance my performance, Master. I will activate them now. But as for my own history, negative. It will require further effort on your part to restore them, if you wish. Though certain stimuli could always restore my core still, as I explained. For now, please excuse me, Master. I wish to meditate upon the face of my former meatbag master as he was electrocuted. I find it most soothing.
Alright, and he gets a permanent bonus of +2 to his dex, which is very nice. So anyway, that's our episode for today, so I will see you guys next time.